All right, you guys, we're going live. Going live, the recording. All right, let me get this here and move this back a little bit. And all right, guys, we're going live. Going live, the recording. All right, so let me get this here. And Danae, is it okay if we mute? And so I don't get a lot of feedback in my head.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks. We're here. We made it to yoga on this beautiful day, everyone. Yay. Well, we're going to start out seated. I'm going to leave this door open for airflow. Okay. I hope everyone at home is staying cool too on this wonderful spring day. All right, find your seat. And then you're going to scoot forward in your seat just a little bit and have your ankles get right underneath your knees so you have that nice table leg effect. And feeling stable, feeling both of your feet into the floor. And you're just going to rock forward slightly, just a little bit so you feel your heart lift, because when we tuck our tailbone under, we get couch potato pose, right? And then we can rock forward on the sit bones and feel the heart lift a little bit more. There they are in the alley. We can close that door at any time. Good. Let's roll your shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Just to open up the front of the body. Feel those shoulder blades slide up and down the back body. Be really gentle with these movements. Take one more round, inhaling up and exhaling down, letting the elbows rest underneath your shoulders. Because as the elbows move forward of the body, it takes your shoulders forward. You're just going to find your breath. Just going to have a little softness. We're not being too rigid in the body. We're still firm in the feet and in the seat. The spine is rising, but you can breathe. It's this soft breath flowing in and out of the body. In other words, we meet the breath right where it is right now so that we can check in. And if you can, drop your awareness to the space just below the navel and mindfully bring the breath down to that space. So as you inhale, you will feel your belly kind of rise or expand just a little bit. And as you exhale, you feel the belly soften and you feel yourself settling. You're just drawing that awareness and the breath down just beneath the navel on the inhale. And feeling the release on the exhale. This is our center of our body, the center of our gravity, just below the navel here. And just notice what's here and how you're starting your practice today. Notice what's in the mind. Notice thoughts and emotions. And slightly name them. Feel that settling as you name what's here without getting overly involved in a story in the mind. It takes you out of the present moment. So just a soft breath as you recognize these thoughts and emotions. This is how you're starting. And it's okay. And we let go of comparing mind or the idea that you have to think a certain way or feel a certain way. It's that self-acceptance. This is how I'm beginning my practice today. So let's do some movement in the spine. So you're going to inhale, bring your hands towards your hips. Get the elbows to flow behind the body. Rock forward on the sit bones, lift the heart, lift the collarbones, lift your chin a little bit of a back bend. You're drawing your shoulders back. And as you exhale, you slide the hands forward towards the knees. You roll towards the back of your sit bones, your tailbone tucks under, you round the spine gently, use control with the core, chin gently towards the collarbones. Inhale, coming forward, lifting the heart, gentle back bend, elbows back. Exhale, sliding the hands forward, engaging that core, knitting it into the midline for strength. Keep moving in this way with your breath. Inviting a gentle expansion in the front and the back of the bodies at your own pace. A nice, smooth breath that comes easy to you. Right. Let's do two more. Inhale, opening the front of the body. Exhale, the back body. And again, inhale, lifting that heart. Exhale, bringing that heart into the body as you roll back. And then the next inhale, you're coming into that neutral space again, letting the elbows hang underneath the shoulders. You have a nice tall spine in your seat. Good. So you're going to feel your feet, feel those ankles right underneath your knees. And we're going to actually do some marching, but we're not lifting the feet. Okay, so we're gently putting pressure into, let me scoot back so you guys can see my feet. We're going to gently put pressure into the right foot. That's your exhale. And then when you inhale, release that pressure. Exhale, put pressure into the left foot. I'm going to be your mirror. Inhale back to center. Exhale, push down into the right foot. You feel that engagement? Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, pushing down into the left foot. So you're going to feel this little slight rock from sit bone to sit bone a little bit as you're gently marching without lifting your feet off the floor. But you feel that engagement you have, right? And the muscles that support the hips, your quadriceps, and the gluteal muscles. You feel that work moving, everything around. And your core has to strengthen because you're moving your thighs. Good. Go ahead and rest now, because now we're going to lift up the leg just a little bit. So when we're going to march, you're going to inhale, you're going to lift. You can probably hold the back of your chair to do this. You're going to lift the right foot up just a little bit. And then exhale, set it down, toe to heel. Inhale, lift the left side heel to toe, lifting up. Exhale, toe to heel, back down. So go slowly with your breath. Ooh. Now you feel things working, right? Good. Don't have to lift up very high to feel the sensation of strength. And we're trying to keep our spine nice and tall, nice and centered. Your core activates a little bit to do that. Good. Nice. Good. So the next time you lift up your right foot, we're going to hold. Just lift up a little bit, point your toe, breathe. It's a lot. Bring that breath deep into that space just below the navel. Really focusing on that center of gravity for your body. Go ahead on the next exhale, set that foot down. Ooh, let's rest for the breath here. Did you feel that? So let's go to the other side. You're going to inhale, lift the left foot off the floor, point the toe. Keep breathing. Bring that breath deep down into the belly. Good. That moves energy down. Good. Next exhale, you're going to set that foot down. And we're just going to let the legs rest down. And you bring your hands to your heart. We'll start moving the arms. So let's just do circular breathing. We're going to inhale the arms down, out, and up, lifting your hands to the sky. Lift the gaze. Exhale, hands come together, and the thumbs come down to the heart. And continue. Inhale. You're gently pushing into your feet to stabilize your foundation, but not overdoing it. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. So you want to feel grounded through your feet and your seat as you're lifting up the arms and settling back down. Good. Nice. So the next time your hands come to the heart, just stay right here. Breathe comfortably. We're going to practice a breathing technique to engage the core and stabilize our foundation a little bit. So I want to show you what it's going to look like first. We're going to divide your exhales and your inhales in half. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to inhale, a nice full inhale, my arms out and up. I'm going to exhale halfway, pause, and then continue my exhale. Take a full breath here. And then on the next inhale, root into the feet, come up halfway, pause, and then continue inhaling all the way up and exhale the hands to the heart. And then rest in the breath. Okay. And we'll continue doing that. So you inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, hinging just about halfway forward, hold for one beat. Continue your exhale, gently rounding the spine. Engage that core. Take a full breath here. Next inhale, root into the feet. The arms come out. You pause for a moment, halfway, not even a moment, and then continue inhaling all the way up and exhaling the hands to the heart. So I don't want you to be frustrated with your breathing. Be calm with the breath. It's just a way to engage the core and to lengthen your breath because you're dividing those breaths in half. So a full inhale out and up. Exhale, half of your exhale, halfway pause, and then continue your exhale all the way down. Take a full breath here, nice and easy. Next inhale, root into the feet, come up halfway, pause, feel that core. Continue inhaling all the way up. Exhale the hands to the heart and rest in a full breath here. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale out and up, full, and then exhale halfway, pause. Continue exhaling the rest of the way, full breath. When you're ready, inhale, root into the feet, halfway up, pause. Continue the inhale all the way up. And then exhale down, hands to the heart. Last one, just take your time. Just take your time, whatever feels comfortable at your own pace. Resting in a full breath when you're forward folding. And then coming all the way back up and exhaling the hands to the heart. Good. So we're going to use this halfway point and that halfway mark of exhaling to help us rise out of our chair in a more supported manner. So your ankles are going to be just slightly behind your knees. This helps you launch, but not launch too far, right? We don't want to launch and pitch ourselves forward. And you're bringing your hands back toward your thighs, hands on your thighs. And we're going to use this technique. So you're going to take a nice inhale, full inhale, exhale halfway, and then continue to exhale, put into the feet and rise up. We're going to use this to sit back down. So make sure your chair is where you left it. Okay. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, come about halfway in your fold, bend the knees, and continue to sit, maybe finding your chair with your hands for the rest of the exhale. Take a full breath here. This time when we rise, we're going to stay. So take a nice full inhale. Exhale, go about halfway, pause, and then continue all the way up. And then rest in the breath here. So you're in your mountain pose now. So your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to lift your gaze, lift your heart. Rotate your arms outwards so the palms face forward. You're sliding those shoulder blades down your back body. They just kind of slip down. And they're moving into your back body. And you're going to focus on your feet now and this center of gravity, this space right below your navel. So as you inhale, you're going to spill the feet forward into the balls of the feet without lifting the heels. As you exhale, spill the weight into the heels without lifting the toes. And you're just kind of floating back and forth. Exhaling back, inhaling forward, and exhaling back. So we're rooted, but we're not rigid. We bend, but we don't break. And we can feel the front of the body and the back of the body right at your center, just below the navel and the front of the back of the body, activating to catch you. You feel your center of gravity moving. Notice that. We're making that mind-body connection right into that space. Good. And then find this center, even weight into the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet, being firmly rooted. You can find your breath, lift your gaze, lift your heart. And then we're doing that marching sensation again, where we're not lifting up the legs or the feet off the floor, but you're marching. So you're putting all the weight into the right and then all the weight into the left. And we're going to breathe. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Feel yourself rooting down from the hip, actually from your center, all the way down into your feet. You feel your core catch you. You feel your core stabilize you. Your feet are firmly rooted, but your center's moving. Good. Nice. And then find your way back to center. Even weight into the feet again. Find your breath. Good. Nice. So let's go ahead and take our chair and put the front of the chair, the seat of the chair in front of you. I'm going to put it to my side, but the seat of the chair is going to be in front of you. So you're going to go probably to the back of your chair and flip your chair around so that it's right in front of you. And then you're going to plant your feet hip distance apart. And we're going to do that special movement with the breath again. Yeah, so you're going to stand right in front of your chair. So what I would do is, like, if my chair was right in front of me and the seat of the chair is in front of me, because I'm going to move towards my seat. There you go. Yeah. As long as you can see me, you're good to go. All right. So let's bring the hands to the heart. And we're going to do that half forward fold. And we're going to practice softening the knees when we do it. So we're coming into a very, very light chair pose. So you're going to inhale your arms out and up. And as you exhale, you're going to soften the knees, come halfway. And then continue to exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to, fingertips to the seat of the chair. Take a full breath here. So your spine is staying long. You're not rounding your spine here. On your next inhale, arms come out to the side, come up about halfway, pause, and then continue to come back up and exhale the hands to the heart. So you don't have to go very deep, right? You could always stop with your hands at the back of the chair rather than going with the fingertips to the seat. So it's what feels comfortable for you. Let's do that again. Inhale the arms out and up. First part of your exhale, moving about halfway, pause, continue to exhale all the way down, softening your knees, take a full breath. Inhale, root into the feet, come up halfway, pause, and continue your inhale all the way up, and exhale the hands to the heart, and rest in the breath. I'm going to do this a few more times. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, soften the knees, lead with your heart halfway, and then continue the exhale, fingertips to the chair. Good. On your next inhale, bend the knees a little deeper, lift your head and chest halfway, pause, and then come all the way back up, and exhale the hands to the heart. Rest in the full breath right here. We'll do that one more time. Inhale your arms out and up, and then that halfway mark, exhale halfway, halfway some more. Take a full breath here. Inhale, bending the knees, lifting the head and chest halfway. Continue to come all the way up, and exhale the hands to the heart. That way you can feel your core really working to support your spine, to stabilize your spine. Lovely. So you're going to go ahead and now I'm going to have you move your chair again. You're going to rotate your chair so that you are standing with the chair on your left side, the back of the chair on your left side. Here you go. Nice. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to place your hand on top of your hip on the right side. I'll be your mirror. And you're going to step straight back with that right foot and drop the heel to the ground and bend that front knee. So you're a little bit in your warrior one pose. So one foot's not right behind the other. It's in its own separate lane. That way you're more stable, right? And that front knee bends just a little bit. Okay. You're going to bring that right arm down, forward and up, lifting, rooting into that back foot, and then rooting into the front foot. So you're equalizing your weight. Now, if you feel comfortable letting go of your chair and letting that left hand come up for your warrior one, you can. Or you can hold on to that chair, whatever feels comfortable here. So root into the feet. And then we're going to move with the breath here. On the inhale, you're going to straighten that front knee and those arms are going to come out. And then on the exhale, you're going to gently bend that front knee and bring the arms towards your head. Inhale, the arms come out. You can keep holding onto the chair with the left hand. Exhale, come in. Keep moving with your breath. You want to stay rooted into that back leg. So notice if that knee gets a little saggy and lazy, you want to keep moving and rooting, right? So again, we're firmly rooted. We bend, but we don't break. Moving with our breath. Good. Nice. So the next time we come forward and that knee is bent, bring that arm up, continue to breathe and bring that hand, that right hand back down to your hip. Hold on to your chair with the left hand because we're going to do some circles with the leg. You're going to shift your weight forward. So you're going to come onto the toes of the back foot. And then you're going to take this right leg and you're going to draw a circle and lift the knee up and then set it back down. Okay, so you're going to step straight back again onto the toes if that feels comfortable. So a little bit of balance here. And that front knee is bent. And you're shifting the weight forward, drawing a circle with your toes on the floor, lift the knee up and set it back down. Let's do that again. Stepping back onto the toes, feel sturdy here. When you're ready, shift the weight forward, just kind of draw a little circle with your toes in the ground, lift the knee up and set it back down. This time, we're going to hold that pose when we get there. So let's step back onto the toes, feel solid in this front foot. So your left foot is your planted foot, and you're going to shift forward, Draw from the sand, lift the knee up and hold. So it doesn't matter how high this thigh is. We want to avoid hiking the hip up, right? We want to just lift the thigh, keep that hip down to lengthen that side body. Point your toes. Lift your heart, find your breath, lift your gaze. And embrace that wobble and shaking because we're not so rigid. We're going to go with the flow here. Take another inhale. Exhale, slowly float that foot down. Rest in your mountain pose. See how that feels in the body. Be with the outcome of your actions in your body and breathe. There's a nice breeze I just felt coming in. Good. So let's do all that on the other side. So I'm going to have you move your chairs again. Let's pick up the chair, move it so that the back of the chair is on the outside of your right hip. And hold on to the chair with your right hand. Put your left hand on your hip. Feet are hip distance apart to start. And then that same line that left foot is in, rather than stepping behind the front foot, it's stepping straight back and you're dropping the heel towards the midline and you're bending that front knee. So you're rooting into the heel and you're going to feel a gentle stretch in that calf muscle. And that front knee is bent, but it doesn't move past your ankle. So you might need to scoot your toes forward a little bit. Nice tall spine. And you're going to let that left arm come forward and up just as far as it feels comfortable. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Good. You could have both arms up if you feel steady or that chair is there for you, and we're going to move with the breath. So on an inhale, straighten that front knee, the arms come out to the side. Exhale, bend that front knee, arms come back in. Rooting into your feet, inhaling, opening. Exhale back into the warrior one. Keep rooting into the feet, keeping that back leg active. That heel firm into the floor. Good. Nice. Good. So we're going to come forward. Keep breathing here. Your arms are up high. And you're going to drop your right hand to your chair, your left hand to that hip. And we're going to practice doing that circle in the sand. So you're going to come up onto the toes of the back foot. That chair's here for you. You're shifting your weight forward. And as you begin to lift up and straighten, draw the circle, trace it with your toes, lift the knee up and set it back down into the mountain pose. And then you step back and do it again onto the toes. Shift forward, draw the circle, lift the knee up and set it back down. Let's do this a few more times. So feeling strong in that front leg. And then feeling the strength of the lifted thigh. One more time, stepping back, pausing here on the toes, feeling firmly rooted in that front foot. And when you're ready, shifting forward, drawing the circle, lifting the knee up, we're going to hold. Point those toes. Don't hike the thigh up so high that the hip goes with it. We want that hip to be down, just lifting the thigh bone, right? Your core wants to help, and that's okay. Keep breathing. Lifting the gaze, lifting the heart. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and float back down into your mountain pose. Stay right here. And pause, breathe. Notice the effects of your actions. This tells you how to move forward in a wise way. Good. We're getting lots of interesting sounds in here today, aren't we? All right, so now I'm just having you move your chairs all the time today. You're going to take the back of the chair. You're going to stand behind your chair, the back of your chair. Okay. And we've done this several times before. Your legs are going to be out in a wide-legged stance, and your heels are going to be slightly in. The feet rotated out, the thighs. That means the thighs are rotated out. Okay, so whatever the thigh does, the knee has to do. They don't move on their own, right? We want them to move. So you're not moving the leg all the way out, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to move my chair out of the way so you can see. You can hold on to the chair, it's there for you. And you're going to start to move your knees out as you bring those thighs towards the body. So move those knees out just a little bit. And then rotate the thighs out. So you're going to feel the outer part of your foot, the pinky toe side of your foot. Lift your heart. Your tailbone might lift a little bit too. That's okay. Don't tuck the tailbone. Good. So you can use the chair and do one arm at a time or both arms at a time. You're going to inhale the arms out and up, straightening the knees. Lift the gaze if that's okay. Exhale, sink back down. Hands can come to the heart or hands can come to the chair. And then inhale both arms out and up. Exhale back down. And then you could switch sides with the arms so you feel stable with the chair, or you can bring both hands in. Yes. Rooting into those feet, feeling strong. And you're breathing into that lower abdomen. One more time, inhaling out and up, exhaling, coming into the squat. It's not super deep. You can hold onto your chair or hands at your heart. Find your breath here. Bring that breath deep, just below your navel, as if you're expanding the torso with your inhale, and the exhale, everything settles. Good. Nice. And as you inhale, you're going to root into your heels and straighten the knees back up. Now you're going to swing those heels back so the toes are facing forward. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So I'm swinging my heels back so my toes are facing forward. You guys at home can't see my feet. Okay? Because we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So soften the knees. And if you notice anything happening in your ankles or your knees when we're folding forward, and you feel like you want to rotate those feet back out, do it a little bit. Do what feels comfortable for you. So you're going to soften those knees a little bit, just a little, okay? And then on an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, tip your pelvic bowl forward. You can bring your hands to your chair, whatever feels comfortable. A wide-legged forward fold, just like we did before, but with the legs wide. Keep breathing here. Good. Root into the feet. The knees can be as soft as they need to be as you're forward folding. Your spine is long because we're not trying to touch the floor, so we don't need to round the spine. We just want to touch our chair. Good. And on an inhale, root back into the feet. Bend the knees a little bit more and come all the way back up. Rest here in the breath, and we're going to do that again. So take a nice long inhale. You feel the spine get really long out of your pelvic bowl. As you exhale, you soften the knees, you tip forward. So the heart is moving towards the chair, only into that halfway forward fold that we were working on. Hold on to the chair. Soften the knees as much as you need to. As you're tipping that pelvic bowl forward, you're lifting your sit bones. You're lifting your tailbone behind you. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale, root into the feet, bend the knees, and slowly come back up. Pause here, be with the outcome. And then check in with the body. Is it wise for you to go further? If it's not wise to go further, stay right here with the legs wide apart. If you'd like to do this one more time, take a nice inhale, exhale, soften the knees, tip the pelvic bowl, lift that tailbone, leading with your heart towards your chair about halfway. Keep breathing here. You're going to feel that pelvic bowl tipping forward, lifting the sit bones, lifting your tailbone. Soften the knees as much as you need to, because your hamstrings are playing tug of war with your pelvic bowl right now. Keep breathing. Next inhale, root into the feet, bend the knees, and slowly come back up. Good. And then you're going to let your feet come together and stand right there behind your chair, your feet coming together. Your thighs are always happy to see each other again after doing that. Keep breathing here. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Roll the palms outward so that you can get those shoulder blades into the body and slide them down the back body. Lift your gaze. Breathe. Feel both your feet firm in the floor. Good. All right. We're going to come back to being seated. So you're going to rotate that chair, or your guys' chairs are right where they need to be. Going to come into the front of your chair. We're going to use that half forward fold to come to be seated. That way you use your core, you extend your breath. Okay. So you start out with the feet hip distance apart. You turn around and look at your chair. It's there for you. We want to take advantage of that. Okay. And let's do it with the hands with the heart. We'll add the arms if it feels comfortable. You're going to inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, you're going to soften the knees. Lead with your heart. Do that half forward fold. Pause. And then slowly continue to sit down. Hands to thighs or hands to the chair all the way down. Nicely done. Sitting down like the yogis that we are. Good. And we're going to have those feet come back out so that the ankles are underneath your knees. You're going to bring your feet towards each other and the knees towards each other. So you're rotating your thighs inward. Do a little more work in the thighs here. You can bring your hands to your hip thigh joint, or you can hold onto the chair, whatever feels comfortable. You're going to rotate those thighs outward, rolling onto the outside of your feet. And then rotate the thighs inward. So inhale, open out. Exhale, coming back in. So you're lifting the inner arch, you're lifting the big toe side of the foot up, and then having it come back down. Breathe all the way down into that root of your center, just below your navel. Good. Nice. And bring the thighs back in. Thighs in close to each other. We're going to take a twist. So you have a choice. You can keep the feet right next to each other, the knees in towards each other, or you can take your left ankle and cross it over your right. But your thighs need to stay together because they tend to want to move apart, or you can cross the left thigh on top of the right if that feels comfortable for you. And you're going to take your right hand and put it on your left knee. So even if you have to go across the midline, and bring your left hand to your chair. So your heart is facing forward. You're lifting the heart up, lifting through the crown of your head. Take an inhale. Feel that rising. As you exhale, rotate from that solar plexus just above that center we were working on. And inhale, unwind the twist, come back. And then exhale, go back into the twist. Keep moving with your breath. Even if that left hip slides back a little bit, let it move. Don't root so firmly in your seat that you're causing trouble in the low back. Your body likes, your system likes moving and breathing because it soothes your nervous system. It gives it a chance to figure out what you're asking it to do. The next time you exhale and move into your twist, you're going to pause. You're holding the pose lightly. You're still being able to breathe. You're bringing that breath deep below the navel. You're breathing into the whole body, a nice full breath here. So you're not twisting so rigidly, so deeply that you cannot find your breath. Breath is most important. Let your head rotate a little bit. Just start to look over your shoulder slightly. Are you going too far? Do you feel like you're causing a problem in the body? Good. Inhale, unwind and uncross. Feet right next to each other, knees next to each other. Pause right here and be with the outcome of the twist. Notice the sensations in the body. Stay here. The twist felt like this in my body, and I'm breathing with it. Because we easily leave our body all the time. We time travel. Good. We teleport. All right, so let's take the right ankle and cross it over the left, or the right thigh on top of the left, or you can just keep the feet together, thighs moved in towards each other. It's what feels right for the body. Right hand behind you, left hand on that right thigh. You inhale, lift up. Exhale, rotate from that solar plexus just below the rib cage, because that's the point that we twist in the spine. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, move back in. So do this for a few breath cycles. Your system likes this. You're not going too deep into the twist right away. You're kind of just guiding the body into your twist. So moving in and out with the breath. Maybe one more time. And then the next time you come into your twist, you're going to hold. But you're not wrenching around so energetically that the breath is not accessible. So think about that space just below the navel now and bring the breath down into that space, into your center. Feel that fullness. Holding the breath in the pose causes tension and stress in the system. Good. Next inhale, slowly unwind and then uncross. Let the feet be hip distance apart. Pause right here. And feel the outcome. Do a few cat-cows to release the low back. So you take an inhale again, the hands move back towards the thighs, the elbows move back behind the body and lift the heart. Exhale, bring that core into the spine, rock onto the back of the sit bones, and bring the chin to the collarbones. Hands slide forward towards the knees. Do this a few more times. I'm with you, Jerry. That's exactly what I want to do. I think we need to do that next. So that feels really good. We'll do a nice forward fold after this. Just massage those vertebrae a little bit. Good. And then come back to a nice tall seat. Let's bring the hands to the heart. We'll do a full forward fold without any stopping. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, lead with your heart and round the spine right at the end. And stay here with your breath. Nice deep breath. The hands can be underneath the thighs, or the hands can be towards the ankles, or the hands can rest on top of the thighs. Nice deep breaths. Good. One more full breath here. When you're ready, inhale, root into the feet. The arms come out and up, rise all the way up. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Good. Breathe. And do a little side stretching for the body. So if you bring the feet back together and the thighs back together, this is a good starting point. And we've done this before. We're going to open the gate. You're going to take that left thigh, open it out to the side. The heel is underneath your knee. So it's not tucked in close to the chair. It's underneath your knee. It's not too far out either. You don't have to have it perpendicular. to the body. And then you notice that your heart might move a little bit to go with the leg. Let's do that little twist, move your heart back. So rotate your rib cage back so that the heart's in line with the inside of that front thigh. And you're just gonna flip that left arm over so that palm faces the sky and just rest the wrist here on that left thigh. And let the right arm kind of swing from the shoulder, release your shoulder a little bit. Good. And then we'll move back and forth. You're gonna inhale that arm out and up. You're gonna exhale to the side, maybe that forearm on the left side moves to the knee. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale to the side. Inhale, come back up. So we want to keep that heart facing the inside of your right thigh. So we're not rotating and facing the left thigh. Good. The next time you move over to the side, we're just going to hold briefly. Don't be rigid. Just bring your breath into it. Bring the breath deep into the body and feel the side body open up with your breath. So you're reaching up through your hand. And if that shoulder's not having it today, you can bring the fingertips to your elbow. Or you can bring your hands to your hip and still leaning over, you can bring that breath into that whole side body. Good. Next inhale, come back up. Exhale, float that hand down. Good. And let's switch sides. So close the gate and then take the right side out. Heel underneath the knee. And then you notice when your pelvic bowl moves, the rest of your body move. Let's do that little twist. You're just going to rotate the heart towards that left thigh. Flip over the right arm, palm facing the sky, and let that left arm kind of dangle from the shoulder. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, right? Good. And then you're going to inhale that arm out and up. Exhale to the side. Maybe moving that elbow toward your knee. Inhale back up. And exhale to the side. Keep that breath flowing so we're not holding. Good. Nice. And the next time you move to the side, we're going to gently hold, not too rigid. Breathe. Remember, if that shoulder's just not having it, hands to the fingertips to the shoulder or the hand down to the hip, you can still stretch the side body. You want to fill out that whole left side of your body with your breath as you're breathing down deep towards your center below your navel. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, float the hand down and go ahead and close the gate. Lovely, lovely. And we're just going to move our shoulders a little bit. Let's take our fingertips and put them on our shoulders. Lift the elbows up and draw small circles backwards with your shoulders. You're keeping the spine quiet. It's just the upper arms that are moving. Keep breathing. So inhale forward and up, exhale back and down. Make these circles a little bigger if you feel comfortable. You can bring the elbows a little closer to each other if that feels okay for your shoulders. Good. Let's go backwards with the circles. Inhaling back and up, exhaling forward and down. Good. One more time. And let the hands come to the thighs. So raise that right arm forward and up. That palm is facing inward. And you're going to draw that arm across your body. Don't overdo it. And then you're just going to kind of put it in the crook of your left arm and guide it across. So we don't want the shoulder hiked up too high. We want to drop that shoulder down and move it across. Be gentle. Don't hold your breath. So breathe. And then what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your head to the right towards the shoulder. Right, you're gently stretching. Rotate to the right a little bit with the head. Breathe. Bring that breath deep into the body. Good. Go ahead and release, shake out the arms. Okay, let's do the other side. You're gonna lift the left arm forward and up. Gently let it cross the body. So you're only lifting up halfway. Cross the body, let it rest in the elbow of the right hand. And you can just begin to close it, just guiding it across your chest. And you're gonna turn your head to the left. Don't overdo. Sometimes we sensation seek, and that can have us go past a comfortable, wise edge in our system. So we kind of move gradually and we see what's here, and we keep breathing that, bringing that breath deep into the body, deep into the navel. Good. One more breath. And release, shake everything out. Let's do Yogi Bobble head. So hands resting on top of the thighs, and draw the back of your head back. So you're lifting your gaze. So the head is not lounging forward of your spine. And then you're going to draw a circle with the tip of your nose in one direction, a very small circle to start. So the rest of the spine is quite quiet. We're just feeling the cervical spine, your neck move, and the very top of your neck moving, where your head meets your spine. And you're starting to let the circles get a little bit bigger, keeping that circle in front of your face. We don't want to drop that head too far back, behind, or too deeply forward of the midline of the body. Keep breathing. Soften the eyes, your mouth. Let these circles get as big as you feel comfortable. You're not creating tension, you're releasing tension. So the breath is still flowing. Good. When you get to be what would be 12 o'clock with your nose, go in the opposite direction with your large circle you've made. Gentle, soft, gliding, breathing. You're going to slowly start to spiral inward with your circle. You're making the circle smaller and smaller as you go. Moving slow, gliding. Right. And then letting the head rest, floating on top of the spine. One more little stretch for the neck. So let's take that right arm straight out from your shoulder and then rotate the arm inward. So the thumb is pointing down and the palm of the hand is facing behind you. And this is the way that your arm likes to move when you're bringing your hand behind your back. So you're going to rest your hand on your low back, on your sacrum, the back of the hand. Okay. Good. You're going to take that left hand down next to your side. You can hold on to the chair if that feels more comfortable. Good. Draw that head, the back of the head, back towards the back body. Raise the gaze. Have a soft breath happening here. We're going to move slow. So you take a nice long inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then you're going to inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. There we go. And we're going to keep moving with the breath pattern. Just noticing how we feel. Noticing if you drop the head forward, it changes. So we want to bring the head back. It's not a big movement. Just kind of tick-tocking the head. And then as you're doing this, you can lift that arm up to like a diagonal, the left arm. And you can see how that changes the stretch. But we're tick-tocking, so we're not holding too rigidly. Good. So the next time that the right ear comes to the right shoulder, let's hold. Breathe. Bring the breath deep. Know when it's wise to let go of a posture that isn't wise for the body anymore. Now tick-tock your head. So inhale up, exhale, tick-tock the ear to the other side. Good. And then bring the head back up to center, shake it out. And we're going to do that all on the other side. Yeah, shake it out. We don't want to hold so rigidly that pins and needles start happening in the fingers. So let's bring the left arm out from the shoulder, palm facing up. So we're all starting from the same place. Rotate the arm inward. So the thumb is pointing down, the palm is behind you, and the back of the hand is going to rest on your sacrum, on your low back. Okay. And then you're going to bring that right arm down, just close to the body at first, and then we'll move it out from there. So bring that back of the head back. Don't get so rigid here. Be soft. Find the breath. The breath is really important. Inhale here. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And keep tick-tocking with the breath. Good. Just gentle movement. And then what you're going to do is you're going to raise slightly that right arm, kind of like in an A shape, a half of an A shape, and hold it there as you're tick-tocking with your breath. The breath is important, side to side. Notice if the head wants to move forward. It likes to move forward. Good. So the next time you bring the left ear to the left shoulder, let's just hold. You're not forcing, you're not striving for anything in particular. Just kind of gently reaching through the fingertips, feeling that gentle stretch on the right side of your neck. Breathe. Nice full breaths here. Good. Inhale, the head comes back to center. Exhale, the right ear to the right shoulder. This is my kinked side. Sometimes the ear doesn't want to go very far. Just a gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. Bring that breath deep. That's really important. Good. And then lift your head, shake out your arms. We'll do one more forward fold here. So you're going to inhale the arms out and up. Exhale into a nice forward fold. Pause here and take a breath. Maybe the hands want to come towards the feet or the ankles. Do what feels right in your body. Make sure the breath is accessible. Keep that breath flowing. Good. And then you're going to push into the feet. Feel the weight into the feet. Feel your legs activate. Inhale, arms come out and up. That nice tall spine. Exhale the hands to your heart. Pause right here. And just breathe. Notice the effects of all your practice on your body. So we soften what we can, and we care for what feels tense or unpleasant. Not trying to push it away, not assuming that it's wrong. Just kind of that deep, caring heart towards what needs our attention. Taking a moment to be grateful for our precious bodies, being grateful for our time to come together today. I hope you all have a safe trip home, and for those of you at home, have a beautiful evening. Thank you. Namaste. Well done, yogis. Well done. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leanne. That was great.
Thank you, Danae, for being here. Goodbye, everyone. It was nice to have you.